Back in the studio today, we're going to go through all things putting. So we're going to have a look at how the design of the putter influences things, how the neck design influences things, different ways we can hold the putter, alignments, visuals. We're going to go through it all. So let's go. So firstly, when we look at putters, as you can see in the Odyssey range, there are many different styles, shapes, alignments, colours, everything offering us something a little bit different. Also, in the Odyssey range, you've got the white urethane insert, a little bit softer feeling off the face. And we've also got the milled putters, milled face, they are a little bit firmer. Really important to get fit for your putter because there's so many different options, you need to find the right one for you. So we've got two main head designs when we look at putters. We've got what's called a mallet design, which you can see is a little bit bigger, and then you've got your more traditional blade design and kind of everything in between, but that's the two general terms we use when we're looking at putters. Another really important part of the putter makeup is how the neck influences the balance of the face. So you can have exactly the same head, and you see you've got two jailbirds here, exactly the same, two different style necks, okay? So we've got the double bend and we've got the slant neck. So you can kind of see the two differences there. Essentially, if I carried on this golf shaft past the bend, made that straight line, you can kind of see how that enters more into the middle of the face. That creates what we call a face balanced putter. So you can see that face is pointing directly to the sky. And if we have a look at the slant neck here, again, if I just carry that shaft straight on, we'll see that enters more towards the heel of the putter, and that creates something called a toe hang putter. So you can kind of see that toe is hanging lower than the heel. Again, exactly the same heads, they're just going to react a little bit differently through the stroke for you. So not only do we see a little bit of a difference with how the face wants to react through the stroke, we also see a little bit of difference visually looking down on the putter with different necks. So as you can see, the slant neck here, you can see a lot more of the blade. The double bend actually takes up a little bit more of that sort of face as you're looking down at it. Again, completely personal, just depends what suits your eye. So me personally, I like seeing quite a lot of the blade, so I tend to go for a slant neck. If you're enjoying this content, get down there, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, that really helps out. Plenty more lined up, so let's get back into it. So just as with all golf equipment, there's no sort of hard and fast rules, nothing's going to be 100% for everything. But generally speaking, the face balance putter is the face is going to want to stay a little bit squarer to the path on the way through the stroke, okay? So straight back and through is a little bit of a myth, but that's the general idea. This toe's not going to want to take over too much. As with the slant neck, that little bit of extra toe hang there, generally speaking, that face is going to want to start to close a little bit more to the path, just a little bit easier. So, like I say, definitely get fit because this is all very personal feeling in the hands. Nothing's ever 100% rule in golf. So that moves us on nicely to the next design of putter. It's called Zero Torque. It's quite popular at the minute. It's sort of the new style of putter, but essentially where this putter shaft enters the head, you can see behind the face of the putter, more into the middle of the head, actually offers us something called Zero Torque. So it's wherever you kind of point this putter is where it wants to stay, as opposed to sort of your toe hang or face balance putters, kind of wherever I put this, that putter wants to get back to its natural balance point. Let's say with Zero Torque putters, that's not the case. So well worth testing because they do feel great through the stroke, like very balanced, nothing's ever really changing. But yeah, definitely test them because the angle of the shaft is a little bit different. So a very common question is, should I have a blade or a mallet? Now there are some differences, like mallet generally offers us a little bit of a bigger footprint, which also gives us a little bit of resistance to twisting. So if we do miss the middle of the putter, you don't get punished as much. With the bigger footprint as well, we can also get a little bit more aid with our alignment. Different shapes as well, people aim different shapes very differently. So if you're having putter fit in and you're someone who aims very like to the right hand side a lot, generally speaking, things with lines coming across or angles this way tends to want to get people to aim a bit further left. As I say, we can influence that with the neck as well. If you're not someone who really likes looking down and seeing quite a lot going on down the putter, then that's where a blade would suit you, because it's very simplistic. There's not a lot going on there. It's a little bit more traditional. So yeah, again, just until you test, you don't really know what's going to happen. But I say there's so many options these days, you can definitely get yourself into something that will work for you. Okay, before we move on to how different ways we can grip the putter, let's have a look at a few of the sort of out there designs. We've got the cruiser, so it's 38 inches long. Essentially, as you grip this putter, you'll have more handle popping at the top above your grip. Just gives the head a little bit of a lighter feel, slightly different through the stroke, and say it might be good if you give it a go and you enjoy it. We've got then the arm lock putter. It's a very long putter, so it's 40 inches long. And the idea with this one is the loft's adjusted, so you can lock this against your forearm. Can't go above the elbow, but you can lock this against your forearm, and then again that gives you a very steady feeling through the putter. That face is not really changing too much. And finally, we've got the broomstick putter. Become quite popular these days, but you can't anchor it to your chest, so it's more this way, so I've got a bit of space here. Again, just a very different style of putter. If you are struggling with your putting, then maybe try out a few of these different options. Okay, so that's a general overlook on putter design. Now let's have a look at how we can hold the putter. Many different ways to hold the putter, so I'll take you through a few of the more common ones now. Essentially, the first one's conventional, so it's very similar to your full swing grip. It's left hand at the top there, one finger overlapping underneath. So that's conventional. I personally use double overlap, which is left hand at the top, two fingers overlapping. I feel like that takes my right hand out of it a little bit more, so I'm getting less of this. If someone who really struggles with an active right hand, getting that face changing all the time, then you can use the claw, which is essentially four fingers on the top of the grip, and then thumb at the back. This is a really good way of sort of quieting that right hand down. So a lot of people tend to use this one now. Pencil grip, so you have two fingers on the side of the putter, thumb on the opposite side. Again, plenty of people using this one. Does a very similar thing. Also got left hand low. So this is what it says really, left hand below the right hand. This one levels the shoulder out a little bit, so if you've got a bit of a posture problem where your sort of shoulders getting very tilted and influencing your stroke, left hand low can help you level these shoulders out a little bit more. So give them all a test on the putting green and see what you think. You might find one just kind of helps you and clicks into place a little bit more and helps you with your putting.